One of Hangzhou's most spectacular venues will be hosting a suitably eye-catching event. Sport climbing has been included in the Asian Games schedule for just the second time. It's a sport that takes the great outdoors to urban indoor centres all over the world.
Climbing is a sport for everyone. People of any age or gender are welcome. Plus the skill threshold to get started is not too high. It's a physical and mental challenge, so it's easy for people to get addicted.
As a major championship event, sport climbing is still finding its feet. It made its debut at the Olympics in Tokyo with just 2 medal events. Now that number is being doubled to 4 at next year's Paris Games, and the amount of competitors will also go up by around 50%. There are 3 disciplines within the sport. Speed climbing is a one-on-one race against the clock.
Here we are thinking about something different.
In bouldering, athletes take on a smaller wall which contains a series of climbing challenges.
This is a real fight from Jesse.
And in the lead event, athletes climb as high as they can in 6 minutes without having seen the wall ahead of time.
Very impressive.
If you meet problems in your life, you have to try and solve them. It's the same with climbing. You need to think a lot and come up with solutions for different routes. Sport is like life. You should never give up.
For many, climbing is a means to escape and innovate, appealing to individuals who thrive when making up their own rules. But even some of these climbers accept that competing for medals can have a value.
Basically, my climbing experience is better if there are other climbers around. And so, or like in a broad sense, because, I do often seek out sort of new routes and, far-flung climbing areas. But in general, the bigger the climbing community is, the better it is for me. And so, I'm all for the growth of the sport.
The average age of elite competitors is just 21. This is a young sport with athletes to match. A perfect fit for events like the Asian Games, aiming to attract a new audience. Andy Richardson, Al Jazeera, Hangzhou.